And the top right, it is Solar. And in the bottom left, it is Gumiho. Alki1. To pronounce it like this, Alki1. And Gumiho going for a low ground wall. So most of the time it's going to be double barracks with this. And notably, well, as everyone knows at this point, add-ons on the outside. So it's going to be a harassment potential point here for Solar. He wants to counter pressure this wall, for example. Some links, killing off the add-ons, maybe even cancelling stim. But yeah, let's see if it comes to that. It's gonna be one barracks, and there we go. Second SCV coming in. Second barracks is gonna be the name of the day here. A 3 Reaper opening. It should be. And then the transition. More regular bio play. Let's see what he can find with those Reapers. And depending on his gas timing, this could be a quick third CC as well. But let's see and wait first. He needs to build his second CC. Those two have been playing like for years and years now against each other as well. So they're very familiar with each other. And you can be familiar with Gumiho, but you don't know Gumiho. You never know Gumiho. You're like, I know what he does, but then you are in... That's the trap where he wants you to. He has so many builds, man. He's kind of like Shine for StarCraft2. He just has so many builds. He can pull out at any point. Oh, third base on the way. Just a second here. And let's see what the Reaper can do here. Probing those links, trying to find any link damage he can get. Because, well, if you want to snowball, maybe get some drones. Couple more links hatching here. Go, 3 Reapers working at this hatchery now. So if you want to actually kill this one, yes, there we go. You need a 4th Reaper. You have 3 Reaper opening. And then you have enough damage output to actually finish off this base. Gonna go for the base now. And yeah, Solar was out of position here. Not gonna find any drone though. Very nice quick wall. Man, he hasn't lost anything yet, Solar, that is. This is crazy. He's been pulling back all of his links perfectly. He hasn't lost any link. That's kind of like amazing. This must be so low. Only a couple of those are low. He's gonna finally first blood. Oh my god, that took some time. Those links are basically like unkillable. Finally they're a little bit snowballing out of... Wait, do we have 5 Reapers here? Yeah. So he committed actually to 5th Reaper too. Because he couldn't really kill anything. To get this hatchery, but he didn't get it, and now the queens are there and they can transfuse it, of course. They just build up a little bit more energy. So yeah, you're not gonna get the base. And now what do you do with these Reapers? You're transitioning behind this. We have the triple CC as was foreshadowed here. But this is a very slow transition, and it is 3 barracks. So you have a lot of bio production, but your medivacs, man, yeah, it's gonna take a while, and his upgrades are also pretty late. Hasn't been able to put up any E-base yet. I think that's probably one of the next steps we're gonna see here very soon after the starport gonna come up. Solar mining out these minerals here. Yeah, perfect defense so far for Solar. I mean, he lost 8 links in the end, but 5 Reapers. It's like, try to pull off that yourself. Almost impossible. Shooting these rocks here. Gumiho dislikes. Not approved. go. And we're gonna push out just with Stim. That's a little bit risky, no? A fly over. Maybe he's just gonna secure the position here with these Marines a little bit in front. Split them a tiny bit. I mean, he hasn't seen any Banes, but yeah, they're bound to come because they're in bio. He has the Watchtower though, or had it with these Reapers, so still has a lot of map control here. Lair coming in. Double Evo. Alright. So he's gonna try to quote-unquote catch up on upgrades, but little does he know that upgrades are, I think they're probably in production now, but they're very late here for Gumiho as well. See what he can find with this push. He's probably not gonna commit, he's just gonna pull back. He's gonna say like, hey, you make some Zerglings because I have an army here and you need defenses, but I don't really want to fight yet. 1-1 is on the way here finally. And the third base is basically kind of naked still. Combat sheet's not done yet. And Gumiho has been probing a little bit the peripherous solar spaces, but has been finding too much. Gonna find maybe a couple queens here. Ah, very nice to use, keeping one of those alive actually. Very well done. And this is like a fortress position. I love this. Holding the watchtower with so many bio units is kind of like, it's such an inefficient trade if you only go in with Lingbane. And now we've got a couple siege tanks. Oh, where is he gonna set up those? A little bit risky there, dropping them very far forward. And yeah, Solar says, hey, you're not in position yet, I can just jump on this. There you go, just gonna pick off those tanks and just gonna pull back. Very well done by Solar here. That was definitely a little bit of a mistake here by Gumiho, losing those tanks like he did. He's gonna get a cancel for his troubles though. And we're gonna see a fourth base on location, so he feels very comfortable with this pressure on the map. I mean, he still has even all of these 5 Reapers alive here. I love it. I hope we see some grenades. Oh, there we go, grenade! It's so tough to micro, like split everything and throw grenades into the perfect clumps of army. But if you can do it, it's such a value move, because you basically they can't move, right? So they just fly. If the grenades hit, the units just fly through the air and they can still take damage, of course. So you can shoot at them. They can't move. Basically the best combination if you can pull it off, but no one can. That's why it's never really used. And there we go. It's so brittle as well, volatile. Very well trading here by Gumiho so far, and Solar's kind of struggling to clean this up. This is such an efficient trade here for our Terran players. We can see in the bottom right, we see it's like double the efficiency here currently, and this is just early or mid game. Tanks now finally going back. Maybe he can push this back a little bit. The Hydras are just in time here to force this off his lawn. But man, that was such a price he had to pay there. And the next reinforcement wave, there we go. See some more barracks here. It's going to be up to 8 racks. Oh, a little bit unfortunate that those are just coming online now or in like a minute. So Gumiho is going to struggle to reinforce this push, and he's not going to find a killing move here, fortunately. He had a very, very well trade though. That trade, I want to do it every day. That'd be rich. We've got Hive though, and the Lurker Den on the way. We're gonna see last gas being taken. Gonna be another base to the top left here. Coming in for solar, and +2 is almost completed here on his melee and carapace. On the other side, +2 is a little bit late, it seems. At least the armor. Hope he's gonna click his +3 attack instantly. Armor did complete, and there we go. Some gas, no. Made a fusion core first. Gonna keep this selected and see if we can find the upgrade timing. But yeah, it seems there's a little bit of a delay. +3, still not clicking it. And yeah, there might be a big window here for so. Excuse me. Oh, bye-bye. Got a Liberator though, starting some harassment, and we have a drop in the top left, finding some Banes there, very nice, sniped and done. Gonna check on the upgrades. It's not gonna be the carapace for now, it's only the attack, and this is the anti-F2 position, I like to call it. My god, Gumiho, come on. You have the money. Go back to eBase. Get those 3-3 going, man. Such a crucial upgrade. Oh. The poor Liberator was also grabbed by the Viper. And yeah, we also see still no third carapace upgrade. I mean, that's kind of funny. Both of them have the money, they have the time. Apparently they don't have the attention, it seems, right now, because they want to make their moves go on macroing so heavily behind this. The Nidus in the south, still no upgrades going here, and the push in the north is kind of under fire here. It's a big drop into the main, but find tons of overlords or even some tech needs to be covered though on the front. Oh, okay, those banings are very clumped. Find a tank shot in the middle of those. Oh, beautiful blinding cloud here. Gumiho kind of failed to notice that one. He has a couple more behind this. Very well done here by Solar. Check out the main. The main was pushed back as well. The drop is still alive and it's gonna get redeployed here. This base. And we also find a kill on the base in at the gold. While this is going on, there's a lurker look by. There we go. Run by here in the bottom. So far, this looks very good for Gumiho, doesn't it? He's gonna find the space as well, and he's gonna put on pressure onto this base. Needs to pull back though at this area here. Gonna kill that one off, and he's gonna clear out the lurkers, gonna clear out the Nidus. So man, this has been such a good few seconds here for Gumiho. Lovely stuff. One marine is gonna stay behind. Oh, this one medivac is gonna boost. You have it. Okay, he's gonna be safe. He knew that. I didn't, of course. There's so many medivacs in the north here. Only 4 tanks being left behind. Get those back into safety. I'm gonna see some more command centers coming online very soon here. Oh, preparing those. Gonna be a planetary fortress. Things are looking good in Terran Town, while Zerg Town is kind of looking a little bit meh. Yeah, he's gonna be the 3-3 though, and wow, that's a big lead. So Solar did remember those upgrades way before Gumiho did. That might open up a good timing here for us. Yeah. Very efficient trades if they fight during the period. I like the Viper usage, but it seems like it's not been enough yet. I'm grabbing so many units, and Gumiho has no ghosts, he has no snipes, he has no EMPs. He's only going Liberators. Tanks. Just a siege composition. This Bioforce. He has Liberator range, of course, so... Pretty sure, yeah, he has a range. Including blue, not red. Oh boy. Gonna get killed now. get the Vipers? No, unfortunately not. Liberators moving forward a little bit here. Tanks shelling away the base. Is gonna get grabbed now, I think. But did the Viper not have energy? Maybe, yeah, it's pretty low. Be careful there. Solar, and this is... Oh, Gumiho was waiting for this. Such a smart guy. Denied. This is very deep on creep now. Okay, I would be afraid. There's still lurkers inside this. Nidus. Love this small random unit set run by there on the north. Trying to find some damage where you can find it. Where Solar's maybe not looking. Finally, we've got the Ghost Magician coming in with Cloak here. Cloaking. Very quickly. He's losing a lot of Marauders recently, and there we go. Yeah, I was saying he needs to remake some Marauders, but they're not gonna be good on their own against Lynx here, unfortunately. Such a shame losing so many Marauders to just some Lynx. Very well done here by Solar. He's gonna kind of get found here though in rotation, and there was a good pick off here from Gumiho. Also has his Liberators harassing in the north. Needs to push forward his Liberators maybe a little bit on this position. To solidify that. There we go. A couple more come in here and then widen the area. And this looker been doing good for himself. It's gonna be tank though in a second, so yeah. Careful there. Tank is... They're actually shooting at each other. I wonder who wins. Well, the tank. There we go. A small squad again to deny the Nidus, and I'm pretty sure they can find the damage or the kill before it finishes. There we go. That's some nice grabs. Can kill all of these. He loses one death getaway. Yeah. And this has been all but Gumiho. Been doing great. He's been flying, man. He's been cruising. What he wants. This has been working. Solar's running out of money. He's even scanning like, do I have the space? Why are you still in this game? Solar's is only, this is his fresh base. This has like nothing. This is a half a base, half a base, half a base. Everything's kind of going. It's like a dumpster fire, the base of Solar right now. And Gumiho is the one pouring more gasoline into the fire. Lovely, getting both of the structures in one sweep. I mean, this is very annoying here for Gumiho. So he has enough for a scan. He should have. Did he just scan too many times? Gonna get this base here again. Free up the top side of any Zerg infestation. Gonna get some snipes, but yeah, this looks more and more grim for Solar. He still has a very good army because army. I mean, look at this. It's like 15 lurkers or something here. Yeah, no whatever. But now they need to run back again. And, I would have loved him to set up one Liberator on Nidus already. Could have gotten a lot of shots on those lurkers while they try to move in. And that's a good rotation here by Solar. Finally, we see some counter damage here done by Solar, but still, how is he gonna kill this army? It's gonna be difficult. Gonna get both of these bases potentially. Finally, some Liberators rotate over, but only Liberators to chase down. Lurkers feels kind of slow, very immobile. This is not the trade he was looking for though. He did actually pull back his Lurkers, so the Liberators did just do enough, push it back. Both bases did survive. So a little bit of an unfortunate event here. One Liberator still sitting around here. That's a funny way to shoot. So Solar, with this lurker harassment and Nidus lurker harassment, has been finding finally some room on the map for himself. Grabbing ghosts, I love it, but you don't have anything to finish them off, and now you lose your Vipers. Where's the medivac? You can just transport out. Well, he did miss 2 of those ghosts. And lose 1 extra medivac. That was a little bit of a mess up by Gumiho, but yeah. Lovely moves there. The abducts into no army and losing a Viper, and then the army rotates down and the ghosts try to get picked up by the medivacs. And you lose two medivacs for that. GG, well played by Gumiho here. Completely executing Solar there. Then our Terran player playing a beautiful game of StarCraft there. Very late ghost transition, fast liberators and range on those. Very interesting to see him prioritize that route over the ghosts, which has been so standard. First going into ghosts, get your EMPs, get your snipes, and then go into liberators. But yeah, let's see what the second map is going to bring us. It's going to be a new map on one of the new maps from new Mapu, namely Post Youth. Second to set up everything here. 5, Gumiho 1 up in the lead. Into our game. In the bottom left of Post Youth, it is Solar. And in the bottom top right, Story. In the top right, we have our Terran player, Gumiho, playing a beautiful game of StarCraft. Last one. And I'm pretty sure I haven't seen this man play this map yet, so I'm curious. The Buildmaster, what does he have in store on a crazy map, man? By the way, I wonder what's behind this door. It's like below the base of Gumiho, so if you have like a building here or something, this should get destroyed at some point, right? You don't know what's gonna happen above. I mean, these tiles, they are like indestructible. Indestructible tiles. And that's good, because if not, your kind of cellar thing here, your vault is gonna have a bad time. And Solar's gonna decide and put some lurkers in there. Going for the in-base here. And Gumiho so far not going on. No gas, actually. Seems very interesting. There we go, okay. And Gumiho going for the regular Reaper expand. Kind of curious. The Gumiho. Okay, so I did do half the math. You have 12 SCVs. You lift your CC at the start, land it over here, and you have a full saturation of a base here with rich minerals. I'm not sure if it's actually good to do that. I don't know how much you lose, time to fly over there, and how much you gain from actually mining that base. Oh, normal one. There we go, Reaper going in, trying to commit for a drone kill. Not gonna find it. Is gonna lose the Reaper, maybe? No. Oh wow. Oh wow. And he's gonna find, hey, you have a third base. That's it. Try to sink those though on the gold mineral. They're just bouncing to the blue ones. Okay, so we have a 2-1-1 it seems here. So the funny thing with this gold income is you have a little bit of a surplus of minerals in the very early stages of the game. So we've seen a lot of early 2 gates and early 2 racks openings here after the expansion. Just because you basically can afford it, because it's part of your normal build at this point. You could go into a quicker third base, But you can also go into just more units and your third base at the normal timing. So you have a little bit of an earlier power spike. This one. Oh, this is gonna be 2-on-1, so it's gonna be Stim with the Medivac follow-up here. And yeah, I assume a third base behind this, but we're gonna see what Gumiho has in store for us. Oh, can he find a creep? Yes, he can. Wait. Solar so far hasn't really shown his hand. Done anything. Has no Baneling Nest. Did he get Ling speed? Check. I want to find a Ling now. Yes, so we have Ling speed. That was a good scout. He saw those Marines. I mean, he already saw the barracks. He knows. Oh, you're 2-1. Okay. So what it used to be was a quick carapace and just tons of queens, but we didn't have the carapace upgrade, so he's not gonna go for that one. Just gonna have a lot of queens and lings. There we go, third base behind this. I love it, man. Always those Reapers here in this group. There's 2 E-base, third base. Actually check. Reaper does do 8 damage with one arm with his double shot and 6. Marine has what, a 0.61 attack speed. The Reaper a little bit slower, 0.8. He does a little bit of extra damage, but that's it. Alright, so we got a 1 tank, 3 medevac push. With combat shields, maybe? Stim is in, but there's so many links. Oh my god. Solar has so many links. I'm waiting for his time though. I'm very careful about this engagement. There we go, combat shield is complete now, so we have extra HP, and we're gonna get some banelings here for Solar. The baneling nested finish indeed. Good position here for Gumiho though for a second, and now the tank is exposed, the tank is gonna fall, and that's his anchor point of this push. So the push does not commence. Has to move back. Go. Funny triangle position here. Baneling nest and a couple evolution chambers. Be a very nice target to snipe. Kind of a weird position for the tank. Oh, where's this one going? He actually did just redecide. Now he's moving over the tank. That's very interesting. So he was always almost on location there on the right side, and then he was like, oh, you know, I'm gonna take the other one. Gonna push out on the other direction here. Go, armory on the way, very well timed. In time for his +2/2. Can evacuate if he wants to, he's not gonna do. Stand his ground. Tank gets picked up and dropped out. Bane speed almost done here. There we go. Just finish up and roll Solar. Well, does he need a macro hatchery at this point? He has he doesn't really float too much money, but he's just making Ling Bane. And if he ever loses a trade or like an army and has to remake, well, he needs a lot of larva, and it's gonna be a little bit difficult at this stage. Out the extra hatchery. Kind of building on getting this gold base set up here. Oh, some beautiful target fire. They're losing a couple of marines in the end. unfortunately. But yeah, he's gonna get a kill on this base even. Wow, so far so good for Gumiho is playing a lot. Like, yeah, he's playing an amazing game of whack-a-mole. Second tank factory here, it seems. Gonna get the tech lab, and this base is, this map is insane for tanks. There's so many good tank positions, there's so many ledges, so many narrow corridors. Tanks are just amazing in this map, but that being said, it's only Link Bane, so hey, maybe Widow Mines are good? To be fair, they're easier to split against now. Some players don't like it, but they should still be good against so big clumps. There we go. Tank push is coming forth here on the northern base here for Solar. And let's see if he can find the defense against. We should drop out all of our units here, Gumiho. Going into the main base, trying to go there, but there's a Spore and the Queen waiting. So Solar was aware of the weak point there and did already have fences in position. There's only one tank and one tank here on the high ground. Okay, so it's a 2-tank push, but they're not really moving forward so far. He needs to produce some extra tanks, right? So they need to come online first. That's already a position he's holding, and he's not pushing too far. So Solar is like, yeah, okay, you can sit there for a while. It's fine. I'm not gonna contest the position you have there. This might be a good run by. Let's see what he can find. But yeah, that lovely tank is still in position here on the high ground. As I said, man, this is such a good map for tanks. There are so many good tank positions. Captain with 18 kills. That's a good grab. Okay, you can do that, of course. You can grab all of those tanks. Just residing over here in this area of broken highways. Medimax. And Gumiho did find the space. Been looking very good for him, but as I said that, I kind of want to see a 4th base for him coming online very soon. He's spiking up in money. He does have his army in position. He has 2-2 finished. His rally is coming over tanks for days here. And don't stack those tanks though, you don't want to get blinding clouded. Gonna get the Ultralisk Cavern here, so there's gonna be Ultras in a second, it seems. Like, that's a big rally, and yeah, as you can, if you look at the money, man, just make the transition. You have the money. There we go, though. This might be just the approach here that Solar needs. A huge surround here, also diminishing the force on the bottom side there with all of his Ultra Bane point. But so the army size got reduced, but we already see a little bit of a transition. Some Liberators coming in here to fight off these Ultralisks. The Ultralisks, they're so powerful, man. The whole Terran army is fighting at shooting at that one. It just does not die. There's so many transfuses. It just does not die, man. That one Ultralisk, it does not die. Bam! Finally. Oh my god. But while this is happening, we also have a drop into the main base here, or natural, I should say. It's gonna get cleaned up by an Ultralisk as well. There's nothing over here. Liberate at the same time would have been amazing in that action. Oh boy. Poor tank, poor medivac, poor everything. Marine. One of everything that got payoff there. Liberator falls, and so far, man, this defense has been looking great. Like, it's really tough to completely clear out the Terran base just because there's so many ledges and you have a complete melee composition for Solar. But it seems you've been trading good so far. Maybe good enough. You've been mining so much more money, right? You have your extra bases set up again here. Stuff is going online again. Losing some drones, but still in the working lead. And Gumiho is throwing down a command center now. This actually is the time where he wants the money to reproduce. To overwhelm position here of Solar, and it seems like maybe he's done the trick. The last Ultralisk did just fall. The Queen's out of transfuse energy. Banelings have been completely diminished here. And I think Gumiho is just gonna take this game. Gonna run away with this one. One Ultralisk trying to save the day here for Solar, but out of position for transfuses, so he should just die. He's just gonna kill the Queens first. No transfuses. And then he's just gonna evacuate and say, hey, Come to my tanks. Yeah, Gumiho has his base done. A couple of idle SCVs, but he's been completely focusing on the micro here in the front. There was a point where Solar was about to overwhelm the army of Gumiho, and then he pushed in a little bit too deep, it seems. Now the last try here, the last few ultras coming out, trying to fight off your opponent, but there's also Marauders now joining the fray here. Gumiho in complexifying his army more and more, and yeah, there's nothing but Ultra Ling Bane. WW. Gumiho takes game number 2. Best of 5. Next map is going to be Oceanborn. Stay hydrated. My tip. Good one, I think. Set everything up. Let's hop into our game number 3. In the top left of Oceanborn, it is Solar, our red Zerg player, and in the bottom, in the bottom right, we have our blue Terran player, Gumiho. Somehow, I always manage to mess up those professionally. Low ground wall here. So this is going to be double ranks opening, most likely. And this time with the add-ons on the correct side. It did not play a role in the first game, Alke 1. See, what is this drone? Okay, it's just going for the delayed pool. Clicking on a weird location. Not gonna do anything weird. It's Solar. Very, very solid player. Double barracks. Prophesized. Gonna become pool, yeah, I knew that. He was like rallied to that geyser. It was like, hey man, I wanted to be the geyser. That drone who was already making the guy was like, you become the pool. In his slimy extractor voice. Of course, Zerg buildings have voices. They can talk. I mean, it's all like, yeah, like, what do you call them? Like a swarm, right? So the buildings can talk, of course. The Terran buildings also, they have like, there has to be a pilot and a supply depot, right? And the barracks, everything fly basically. There have to be units or people inside these buildings, so probably the building itself can't talk, but the guys inside can talk, of course. Yeah, if the hatchery is gonna get shot, you kind of imagine, like, we're here sending, like, the hatchery over here. Oh, that hurt! It was a Reaper, he was poking at me, I need to repair the damage. Yeah, so, if you ever base trade a Zerg, and you're shooting at a lot of different structures at the same time, just imagine the structures talking to each other, and how much pain they are right now. Right now, like at this stage of the game, they're probably talking about what they had for breakfast and what's gonna be there for dinner. Standards. They still need to go shopping, or if all the groceries are already there. Oh, that might be a dead Reaper. Ooh, 3 HP. Gonna get away. Would have been huge actually if you could pick off this Reaper. It's gonna be flying close to the sun here again, but gonna get away. I'm looking for the third base, but so far no drone out actually. Gonna be the one? No. And that's a little bit interesting. Yeah, he's been looking like, hey, where's your third? Oh, actually the drone is out, but it's so far out. Like hiding in the freaking North Pole there. Oh, can he find a queen? That would be a nice pick off, and actually is gonna get the pick off, but he will fail to deny the third. Which feels a little bit slow at this point already. It's like, hey, wait, am I playing a 2-base all-in now? Against a 2-base all-in from a Zerg? kill a queen. It's gotta count for something. But he made 4 actually. Oh, don't lose them. It was a good reaction, but gonna lose at least a couple, it seems. 1 is gonna go down. Oh no, 2 get stranded there. And he keeps 1 Reaper alive. Does he even? Nope. All of those Reapers are gone. And wow. Of the bio also. 1 Marine. Damn, man. 1 Marine and a full scout. He sees everything. He knows, hey, it's a 2-on-1. And gets the final blow there. It's a 2-on-1 setup. No shenanigans. It's the 1 eBay. So, oh, sorry. What am I saying? Sees it's a 1 eBay 3 Rex play. Oh my god. How could I miss this barracks? So, it's a lot of Marines trying to push out, but already timing was kind of thrown off by Solar already killing some of the Marines. Now this barracks got lifted. Kill of the Overlord. So, that's like 2 more Marines you're missing there. Basically another production cycle. So it's already been considerably weakened here. 2 Evo Chambers is gonna be the response for Solar, and I assume we're gonna see a Baneling Nest very soon as well. After the upgrade started, probably. +1 Carapace on the way, +1 Mech should come in very soon here, and then we're gonna get some extras. Go. Tech coming in. Maybe going for a lair first, then the Bane Nest. We're gonna see though where the next gas is gonna be dumped into. Go. The lair first. And the next 51 is gonna be the Baneling Nest. And there you go, that's your gas management if you are Solar at this point. So you get your first your 2 evolution chambers, get your Carapace first, get your Ling attack damage first, then you go into your lair, and then last but not least you build up your Baneling Nest, and then you transition into some gas. And meanwhile we have our first push out from the Terran, which is gonna hit with +1 damage and combat shields and stim and a couple medivacs. But there's so many queens already. Upgrades are not done yet though for Solar, but yeah. You don't really even want to fight this queen setup here. Gumiho did actually go ahead and make a 3rd base. It's not awfully late, so it's okay-ish. But all of his tech units are kind of a little bit slow. He has like 2 medivacs right now. He's just started another couple of ones, but he's actually supply blocked, so those are actually not making. There we go. Finally escaping the trap there. Barracks going up to 5 racks. I only see 1 NG bay so far. It's gonna be very slow upgrades. Oh, losing medevac with units inside. It's gonna hurt here. And of course all of these Marines as well. That comments at the landing. 4th hatchery is almost finished. This is where the Zerg wants to be, and Solar has been looking great so far. Deflecting the drop, not taking too much damage to the Reapers. In the early game he lost a queen, but he actually managed to completely save his base. Safely set up the 3rd. And there we go, the tank push is commencing here. Oh, is he gonna lose this medivac? Oh, wow, 14 HP, that was a close one. It was definitely worth committing so much queen health too, but unfortunately does not get the medivac, hence does not clear out the drop. It is able to join this party here, but it just looks like Solar has so many overwhelming power units here, forces. Kill out 1 tank. Other tank is in a good position over here, but he's not really threatening any position there for Solar, so he can just let them sit there. Oh, Spores moving in the worst time. Oh, maybe not, actually. The queen pushing back these medivacs. Gumiho does not want to commit them too deep, but now he's stuck. And Solar? He's just waiting for his banelings to actually counterattack very well aware here, awareness from Gumiho, pulling the SCVs ahead of time. That needs to be sieged. There we go. But it's still such a little army, it feels. Not enough here. It's Gumiho is so split. Some units here on the left side. If this drop would have been here on the right, he could have set up such a strong position, but he's super split, all of his forces. His 2 tanks even just sitting over here. Marines are not rallied to the front. Like, things are not looking good in Gumiho town. Oh. Basically catching the banelings there, trying to go for the run by, and yeah, this is gonna be the night as well for Solar. Looking good in denying everything here from Gumiho. Even mining off the base, even if it's just half of the base, but he's mining safely from there. Oh, this could be a great catch here if Gumiho reacts fast, reacts. Oh. Okay, it's still gonna be good. Good defense. Those tanks, man. 2 tanks now. He gave up the position in the north, kind of. This is easily cleaned up if I'm sorry, Solar wants to commit to this one. Those 2 medivacs, they're just sitting here. I mean, that's a lot of supply just hanging around there. While Solar's been happily rotating around the map. Like a tank behind this area or here or something would be great, actually. Gumiho can find that way. Set that one up. Anchor this push. Gotta be siege tank marine here. Tank marine for a while. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. This one. I like it. Now we just... Ooh! That was quick shooting there. Oh, can he find the Ultralisk Cavern? That would be amazing. I don't think he can get it. There's too many links in position here to defend this. And meanwhile, oh, a very nice blinding cloud on the clump of marines here. Everything's kind of clumped here for Gumiho, and well, that tank might have been not the best position there. Seems. Gumiho's army is kind of falling apart. There's a lot of reinforcements back at home, but it's only a marine tank, and on the other side it's Banes, it's Ultras now, and it's Lynx. Oh, that's a good connection. Ooh, GG. Very well done by Solar, taking one on the board here. GG. Next map is gonna be Snipe Delta. It is looking still good for Gumiho. Game, there we are. In the bottom left, we have our red Zerg player, Solar. Top left, we have our red turn, blue turn. Did I say in the bottom left? I mean bottom right. You guys know what I mean. My intros are just so weak. Need to get those sorted out for the rest of the day here. Probably I'm just gonna say the name. Gumiho. Solar. Oh, no low ground barracks this time. This is one of those maps. Side Delta is kind of very popular actually, because you have a ramp leading into your natural, of course. So it's been very popular to go 2 racks on this map specifically. This one and Alki one. Those 2 have been, and then like Vulnora. 3 have been like the most popular ones for the 3 racks opening. Oh, sorry, 2 racks with 3 Reaper openings. But Gumiho has been like 4 Reaper, 5 Reaper, 1 Reaper, and yeah, we're gonna see the 1 Reaper again, it seems. This is rallied like a Reaper, not like a Marine. And so far, Solar has been only playing the absorb game. He hasn't been taking the initiative with any attacks. He hasn't been really pushing aggressively. He has never made a roach run in this series, so he hasn't been going for any Ravager pushes. He has not been going for any fungals. Been completely stuck in his mindset to go Ling, Bane, Viper, Ultra, and that's it. Nothing else to use. No Locust, no Hydras. Wait, did he win Hydra? Yeah, sorry, he didn't win Hydra one game, right? Okay. Excuse me. He went Hydras on the first, on Archie one. I think he didn't really... Yeah, and that's it, right? The other two games, I'm pretty sure. Yo. Gonna come in. Some links. I kill you. Can I kill you? And now it's orange. Now it's red. Now it's yellow. Now it's red and the Reaper. The orange shoe. And it's gonna go home. Hellions. That's a new one. So it's a Hellion Banshee opening with 3cc. We have 2 gas. That's a little bit different. I'm pretty sure you played it with 1 gas. And you get the 3rd CC before the starport, maybe. Maybe I'm wrong, but... So this is a little bit of a tech-heavy opening here from Gumiho, and it still looks to be Hellion Banshee to me. But with quick Hellions and Banshees. Oak. Banshee. Okay. See what you can find with that, Gumiho. There he is. All Hellions are running across the map now. Yeah, so like what you do with the Hellions, right? You get the map control because you can't really engage with links against this. You need like an overwhelming amount of links. And if you think about it, the Reaper opening, the 2 Rex opening, does kind of the same thing. You have like, you get 3 to 5 Reapers or something around those numbers. Oh, okay. And you gain map control with that for a while, until there's an overwhelming amount of links. So you kind of force a lot of links out of your opponent to take back the map. And yeah, Gumiho, this is what I was saying. You're a little bit high on gas, no? He wants to make a command center. He's been waiting for the minerals. There we go. Make it... Okay, so this is basically the Banshees and everything before the 3rd command center. A little bit... Gumiho order. A Raven. Wait, we get Banshee cloak for 1 Banshee and a Raven. Big investment. It's like a golden Banshee, man. Gold plated. Okay. Gotta find some drones. Oh, nice transfuse to save that drone. Well done, but the actual attack is coming in. Hellions coming from the north. Hitting those queens. Wow, the Banshee's putting in work. Savage damage here. Another queen is gonna fall here by the next volley of those Hellions. And the Banshee's just sitting in between the bases. A beautiful position on the ramp. And Solar is he's struggling so hard to defend this. It's a completely different opening this time. If he could find this drone transfer, this would be amazing. But, oh, getting stuck a little bit here. Unfortunate here for Gumiho. Finding some damage with the Banshee now, though. Not too many drones. But I think this was still a very successful run by. Trying to finding some more damage here. Get the Banshee back at home, man. It has cloak. It's a gold-plated Banshee. Get it back home. Repair it up. Comment later. Cloak. It's like the 4th wave of Oracles, man. Gonna kill 17 drones eventually. Alright, there we go. And yeah, back at home we have the Raven, which can also go for auto turrets. Gotta make more Banshees. And Cyclones. And Factories. And it's gonna be Mech. Okay. I love it even more, keeping the Banshee alive. Great. And double armory, so I assume this is gonna be Cyclone heavy. Remember, the Cyclones do now scale better with attack upgrades. They do get 2 attack from, or 2 damage on their value, or the idea is to make them scaling way better in the late game, and I kind of want to see how this is gonna operate here. They're currently at 11 damage and 14 versus mechanical. Lock on 3-second. Not correct, it's 0.8. No. Allowing it to fire while it walks. Transfusing the creep. That's when you know a Zerg really, he's like pissed. That's when you know when a Zerg is pissed. When he transfuses a creep tumor. Solar's pissed. Wow. I think I've only seen this 2 times in a professional game. The other one was in like GSL and I don't know, Nesty or something did it like a decade ago or even more. Solar man. Could have just planted another creep tumor, he didn't want to lose it. Transfuse it, you're not gonna get that one. Speed is completed here for those Banshees, of course, and there's gonna be a Speed Banshee, Alien, Cyclone. Because there's only one. Oh wow, well, looks kind of hard, yeah. That's the speed upgrade for the Cyclone, so currently we are sitting at around 4 speed. Aliens do have about 6. Gonna see when those engines finish at like 3.94 speed, and boom, there we are at 4.72. So it's not even 25%, it's like 20%-ish increase there. But yeah, 20% looks fast. Benji's coming in. Some harassment here. I wonder if the one, yeah, the corporal is still here for the game. Got repaired. Leading the charge here. Love to see it. Finally, in Festa, we've got some different composition here from Solar. Infesta Roach Ravager. I like the Infestors specifically. Get some fungals going, get some biles going on those pesky Terran fast moving mech units. And only into attack upgrades and a greater spire very quickly. That's interesting. So he's gonna aim for Brutland Infestor here right off the bat. But can you keep your bases safe? It feels like the army was looking very meager here for Solar. Is that everything? Yes, like some corruptors. Trying to go for. He's trying to rush out right now, and it seems like Gumiho's not committing, so this should work. Oh, these Banshees. Probably can just kill off the spore here in production and then kill the base. Wait. So he's gonna open up the spore got cancelled. What is he killing? Nothing. He got a free cancel from the spore. Oh, okay. He's not looking at the Banshees because this is going on. A big fight here on the north. And those cyclones, they need to lock on and run away. Don't want to really fight Lynx because the low. Oh my god. He's doing something. 12 and 15 now. That's +1 though, right? Against the mechanical. I think they were scaling better. We got +2. 13 and 16. Such a weird. Okay, they had already 13. How do they not gain any damage from? Wait, they were looking at 12? Okay, so we're at 1 damage. Okay, so they don't scale better. My bad. Man. But yeah, Solar's trying to push the issue here, trying to overwhelm this, but there's so many cyclones. Still though, Lynx, Banes, they're pretty good against cyclones. And especially Broodlings thoughts. Solar's just pulling back now, giving him some time. Probably a little bit like, hey, maybe my ground force is a little bit too weak at this point. I need some reinforcements here. This is where stuff comes in again. Banshees, for example. There's nothing to choose. There's no corrupted. Oh my god, don't lose the Banshee. It actually got hit at 35 health. Having one corruptor, man. That's probably the captain from the early game, by the way. Got back. Never got killed. Now how do you kill the Broodlords? There's a Thor, there's no Vikings yet. Try to fight this off, and the Banshee man is putting in work. Basically putting a timer on this. There we go, oh my god, the Banshee killer. No, 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 fly back. Ooh, gonna live. Solar bought a lot of room. So he's going into one extra base. I kind of want to see another one at this time. To solidify your position here. Gumiho is on 5 bases. So he's been flying as a mech player, cruising here. He has so many production facilities, as you can see. Looking very good. Very solid. He's even building another command center on position, but a Ling sees it, a Ling scouts it, a Ling cancels it. And the Banshee did get repaired again, by the way. At full health, 23 and damaged, or killed units. No extra. Oh, no extra upgrades. Sadly, no damage upgrades. Pretty sure we're going up to 3-3, almost done here. 3-3 mech, that's kind of scary. You're only sitting at +2. Solar yourself. And this is just before 3-3. This might just be the time, but Solar is pulling back. He's only half engaging. Where are those Broodlords? They're just running around the map here, doing some damage on the other side. What is his plan? How is he trying to kill off this army? Only with Roach, Ling, Bane, and Ravager? No, I don't think so. You need something more. You need a fungal at least. Where's your infestors, man? I think we've lost this one infestor, but that was basically the hero unit you want to have at this point as well. As you can see, you're not gonna clear this army with only Banes. Well, this is a nice counterattack, or a nice timing for the counterattack. Even the Banshee, it's not gonna die, man. It's got +3 now. It's the beefiest Banshee alive. BBA. Gumiho has been repairing his army constantly, so he's been trading very well. We take a look after got to our Banshee here at trades. Well, he's been trading not too bad, right? 16,000 to 13,000 resources there. This is gonna go. If you can find those Vipers, it's gonna get one of them and then lose most of this army. Okay, so now it's starting to look much more better here in the way of Solar, but as I said that, oh my god, we've got a huge cyclone run by just destroying this base. Gonna kill all of the queens. Oh no. Oh no. All but one. That's some weird stutter stepping, but I guess that's how you have to play this. And he's gonna finish off this base on the side. Man, these +3 Helvets, they're gonna spread those links. Cyclones still have not been dealt on the right as well. The left base is gonna be taken out. Right is still fighting, but ship weapons finally completed. I wanna have a quick look at the unit count. Do we still have the Banshee? No! Did indeed die, unfortunately. We have no air units that can shoot, but we finally get the ship weapons in. I assume there's gonna be a transit coming in here from Gumiho back in, and maybe battle cruisers like that, or into Vast Liberators to assist his approach here. Finally, we've got some damage here. There's Broodlords finding some damage again against this spray base here from Gumiho, but yeah, as you can see, everything's on fire here. Literally on fire at the Zerg land. Solar is burning, and Gumiho is lighting up fire. Wow, Cyclones coming in. So many Cyclones. Oh my, that's gonna be overwhelming. I think this is gonna be the last hurrah from Solar. Get sandwiched here. Can he clear out these last Cyclones? Does seem like a close fight, but in the end, who's gonna reinforce better? Got a Raven, maybe an auto. Nope, no energy, unfortunately. Already used the anti-armor missile. In the end, both players kind of decide to pull out of the fight. Not gonna try to push the issue, Gumiho that is, but he has been clearing a lot of bases. He has been clearing a lot of space. He's been creating a lot of map control, and as you can see, he's already scanning. Hey, where is your hope? Where are your hope points? Where's your neck? Where can I break it? And there we go. Tanks are here now. They should be enough to solidify this push into a killing blow. Gonna be the hammer swinging down now. Solar. This Brute Lord's still finding some damage over here, but it's not gonna be enough. So little counter damage. Gumiho's happily mining on this, all those other bases. It's just one base beam. Finally we got an infester again. Threw down a funnel, but didn't do anything with it. GG. Very well played by Gumiho here. Pulling out some mech in the last game. Actually winning with less supply than his opponent just because he had way less workers, but the bigger army. And in the end, that did count.